Oh, g'day conspiracy theorists. I'm just going to move around a bit here. I just have to get this little bit of a podcast out to you. Just a few thoughts. Now, I was talking to a nice lady the other night, and she's telling me there's a hell of a lot of foreign troops that have been brought into Australia, see? And people are worried about this. They think, well, you know, they'll kill us or whatever it is, and, you know, won't care or any of that. So thing is, I haven't watched TV. I haven't watched mainstream media since 2015 when I woke up. And, you know, been buying mining stocks and selling real estate and stacking silver and, you know, everything since, really. Yeah, Ainsley Bullion in Brisbane, they're good. Yeah, Perth Mint's website just got too hard. I was a registered buyer with them, and it just got too hard. And I can get 1 ounce kangaroos from Ainsley, pretty much same price or cheaper than the Perth Mint. And there was a little dip the other day. I see that I've got to be careful on the volume there. There's a little dip the other day, and I bought the dip. I got silver for, I don't know, $38 something, $38.45 or something like that from Ainsley Bullion. And forget about the spot price. That's the derivative price. It's on the screen. You never get it. You know, there's always a premium. So, but I'm happy to pay up to $45 at the moment. It doesn't worry me, you know, because, you know, it's keeping up with inflation, doing its job. Great store of value. It's a commodity. If I wasn't buying that, I'd be buying barrels of oil. So the other day I bought fishing gear and camp ovens and things like that, just in case we get a true Armageddon and I'm camped here with no electricity and just shooting animals with my compound bow and cooking them in the camp oven. You know, a bit extreme, but not really, because buying a camp oven's not really extreme, is it? I might even just use it for a leg of lamb out of Woolworths, or, well, the organic shop actually. But anyway, back to this lady I was talking to. And these troops coming into the country. So I've heard this a lot lately. When are the men going to stand up? So all you women out there just about probably have to close your ears now or go and turn me off and you know, do something, go and run the country or something like you normally do. So, and I love women. I really love women. They're lovely people. You know, they're just the opposite sex, and I love women. Any red-blooded man does, unless he loves men. But that's a different podcast. But when are the men going to stand up? When are the men going to do something about this rubbish that's coming down you know, at us? And maybe that means politically, or, you know, all the woke crap that's out there now. And let me just explain why the men are not standing up. Because they're branded misogynists. They're the butt of all the jokes on the mainstream TV. They've disappeared out of primary schools. And I'll tell you why that is, why they haven't just stood there and punched on with other primary school teachers and said, we don't like your system, we want to stay here. Because men, when it comes to women especially, they only have a fight or flight mechanism. And if you piss a man off enough, he will want to hit you. And if you're a female, he's been trained not to hit you. So he has no options left. He has to walk away. So if you ask me where the men are and why they're not standing up, guys, they've walked away. And they've gone down the shed and made themselves a model aeroplane, as my great father-in-law said to me. Sometimes you just got to go down the shed and make a model aeroplane. So where are the men? Where are the men like myself? They're standing back going, well, you know, haven't you got all these strong women out there? Huh? Didn't you have all these strong women? Don't you see that on that book face thing you look at all day? Huh? Strong women. You got women in boardrooms that because they can bear children and they have boobs. You know, you've got women in politics because they're women. And the men are made fun of and poked fun of, and you know, they don't give a fuck. They can just walk away to the shed and make a model aeroplane. So I'll tell you what the men are doing right now. They're not standing up, they're standing back. They're going, why don't you fix it, you fucking strong women? Don't you tell us to stand up? You just spent 30 years telling us to sit down and to shut up, and that our opinions don't matter, hey? And you think we're going to stand up now? No, we're not. We're going to stand back and we're going to watch this shit hit the fan, and we're going to wait till there's blood in the streets and you're grovelling. And then we may do something about it. But for the meantime, let's reap what we sow. And we've sown all this misogynistic bullshit into our language, and we hate men are oppressing women, so we're pretty busy over here just oppressing everybody, us old white males. You know, we can't even be bothered inventing anything down in the shed anymore. Huh? We used to go down the shed and have a couple of beers and come up with a microwave oven. We don't even do that anymore. We're just like, buggies. And you think you know what's going on? Well, you just see how you handle when the shit hits the fan. Half the men out there, they're not men. They're males, just. When the shit hits the fan, they're going to shit their pants. They're going to shit themselves and run like scream like women they are. And those of us that stood back, that knew we were real men, we just watch it. We don't have to do anything. We don't have to save them. If it gets down to that, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if it's going to get down to that, whatever that is. Everyone's scared of what's coming at them. I don't know what's coming at me. I know it's probably not too good, and I've probably got a depression coming and no power, and you know, a breakdown of the rule of law, and a lot more crime. Definitely going to get a lot more crime. We're probably going to get a lot more civil unrest. We're going to get people that get hungry and really when they lose everything, they lose it. So says Gerald Celente. So those of us that are a little bit prepared, we can be as prepared as we can, but we can't really prepare because we don't know what it is. All we know is that it's crook, and we'll know what to do at the time. So a lot of people are thinking about running into the bush. Like, from what? What did you envisage that's going to make you run into the bush? How about you fucking fight? How about you fight even if you might die? How about you stand up like a fucking warrior and face the bastards, whatever it is? And not run off into the bush. How many of us are going to do that? I wonder. So you wonder where the men are. We're here, but we're hiding in the background. Most of us are 50 now. We're not 25 anymore. Hopefully there's some 25-year-old men that are not woke and got some balls in their fucking jocks. Hopefully. But I'll tell you what, if there's something bad coming at us, we're going to find out who the men are. And all the women are going to find out they're women. Most of them. And if there's anything left, things might be a little bit more in balance. And in balance doesn't mean equality. Equality is bullshit. There's no such thing. Every blade of grass is different. Every animal's slightly different. Every bug, every human. There's no such thing as equality. But there is harmony. And that's not what we've got. So how do we get back to harmony? Well, we know what conditions created it. And I don't need to run through them with this audience, I don't think. We will have intelligent people that can settle their differences without violence, that follow a rule of law that's not made by legislators, law that came from God, law that came from nature, the law of private property rights. If you have private property rights and the rule of law, and intelligent people that know how to settle their differences without killing each other or harming each other, and infringing on each other's private property rights, and we go back to a sound money standard, we go back to copper, silver and gold, we have stability, we have harmony. But for now, ladies, the men are standing back, rolling a smoke, having a beer. Some of us don't do that anymore, especially me. I don't do that anymore, but I stand back. I'm still standing back. I might be having a herbal tea, but I'm standing back, going, well, if I'm such a misogynistic oppressor, I might just stay over here and do it for a while until things really get going. That's all tonight, guys. Thanks for listening. I'll see you on the next one.